Adam, 10 under 62, career low, 8 birdies in a row in the stretch and closed with a couple at the end. Just can you describe that round today and what that feeling was like?
Yeah, my goals going into today were just, 18 decisions, I guess. 18 holes, just making the best decisions I can in whatever spots I was going to put myself in. Even on the first hole, hit it in the bunker and chunked it short, and that's the only place you really couldn't be for hole 1, short left, and hit it to 20 feet and made the putt for par. And then from there on, I made a couple birdies, lost track of how many I'd made in a row. But like I said earlier, there was a lot of low scores in the North Course yesterday, so I knew there was a lot of gettable holes, and I needed to keep going if I wanted to, get up on top of the leaderboard and hopefully stay there throughout the weekend. So I know I had to try and keep the pedal down and not get satisfied with how many birdies I'd made.
You mentioned in an earlier interview that was the best putting round you've ever had. Is there anything else that stood out for you in that particular round?
Honestly, not really. I didn't drive it well. Was really fortunate. I was able to get the ball on or around the greens most of the times, and I think I made one off the green, if not two, and 3 or 4 lengthy putts. So definitely gonna have to drive it better to be able to have a chance to compete this weekend. But I'm right there, doing a lot of things well. So just need to get the ball in the fairway a little more often.
Adam, test your memory here. Could you run us through those 8 birdies? How far were each birdie putt, and how many lengthy birdie putts did you make, and how far?
So 1, 2, 3. I think the first I made was 4. It was about 7 feet. The next hole was probably 8 feet. The next hole was maybe 4 feet. And then the par 5, I think I might have skipped a hole there, but the par 5 was a long putt. That was 30 feet. Then I come to the par 3. That was probably another 40-footer. And then I 2-putted hole 9. And then 10 was probably another 35-footer. 11 was short of the green. That was probably another 30-footer. And I think that was it for the streak. And then I had 12 feet on the next hole and unfortunately missed it. But I think that was the majority of it. I don't even think I remember them all. My memory is not that great, but just a lot of long putts. It's not like I was hitting it to 10 feet every time making the putts. I had a lot of lengthy ones.
For the 99.9% of the people on Earth who have never made 8 birdies in a row, let alone 5 in a row, what's going through your mind when you've gone birdie, 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 birdie?
And honestly, I lost track of how many I'd made in a row. I knew it was a couple, obviously. I made 8 in a row one time when I was younger at Swan Lake at the age group championship, and then bogeyed my 9th hole and then birdied the next. So I'd done it before, obviously not on the PGA Tour or on this stage, but I just lost track and knew I had some par 5s coming up and wanted to take advantage of them, and luckily I hit some good shots on 9, and then 10 I made a long putt.
How old were you when you made those 8 in a row?
Probably 12.
12?
13 maybe, yeah.
Okay.
For those of us not that familiar with your background, growing up on a sod farm, what was that like for you?
A lot of mowing. But we had a 7-acre field of zoysia out in front of our house, so I would just go out and have basically a driving range whenever I wanted. So that was definitely beneficial. I needed a chipping green is what I needed. That's what I needed to improve on the most. But we're working on it.
You feel like that was a good springboard for your golfing career, being around all that?
Yeah, I mean, everything that could have went my way, and I made, like I said, probably 6 putts that you really don't make during a round, or maybe more. So I mean, tomorrow if I don't have those putts and don't get as lucky with my lies in the rough, it could have easily been a 1 or 2 under or even par round. So obviously it's great to putt like that. I've been putting well for a while, but definitely going to have to drive in the fairway a little bit better tomorrow and give myself less chances where it's luck. Today I was on the right side of those lucky breaks and bounces, so just going to have to make it a little bit less about luck this weekend, I would say.
Adam, in your golf world, how many times have you gotten a hard time for your last name? And what's some of the best things that have come up, if there are good things?
Not really. I actually was, it's funny, I was hitting some pull cuts in the range this morning, and I did shank one as my first one in a while. But I mean, I cold shanked the sand wedge. It was like my 3rd shot of the day. But I usually hit it off the toe in tournaments. So that's fortunate. But yeah, lots of jokes. But everybody just calls me by my last name, so I guess that makes it easy. So I don't look at it as like someone's obviously not making fun of it. They do, make fun or have fun with it. But a lot of my best friends just call me Schenk. So it's actually pronounced Schenk, but everybody just says Schenk, so I kind of just go with it. It's a lot easier.
as well as you read the greens today, you guys are not a supplier for Torrey.
What's that now?
You're not a supplier, your sod farm for Torrey.
Yeah,
right?
no.
Had to ask because you read them pretty
No,
well.
I wish. Be a long way to ship sod.
Right. Thanks.
Adam, can you recount for us what you told Kira about what your caddy, the exchange you had with your caddy after the lip out on your last hole?
Yeah, I didn't think par was 70 just because there's so many par fives. But just in the back of my mind, I'm like, maybe par 71, and I kind of lost track of exactly how many under I was, and I didn't know if that was to possibly shoot 59, and I didn't want to look at the scorecard and jinx it because I was just trying to do the best that I could in that situation, and hit a nice 8-iron in there, and then lipped it out. And I asked Brent, I said par wasn't 70 or 71, or was it? And he said, yeah, it's 70, because then that putt would, I guess, have been to shoot 59. And then I was like, no way, it wasn't. And then he was just joking with me, like he likes to do.
Given how much of a grind the South course is, how proud are you of the 3 under you shot yesterday, and was that a better round than what you shot today?
It's tough to say. I drove it better yesterday, but I just, even yesterday, I just hit a lot of bad shots, and I just made a lot of putts yesterday. I don't know what I was statistically with putting, but it had to be, I don't know, top 5, top 10, I don't know, 1 or 2 or 3. So, yesterday, if I didn't make all the putts that I had that were makeable, I kind of made. And then it's tough to do that for four rounds in a row. I've done it for 2. I would love to do it for 4, but, statistically, it's probably, I guess it's possible, but not likely. So going to have to get the ball in the fairway a little more, and especially on that course, if you miss the fairway, the rough might be a little taller over there. You won't be able to advance it to the green a lot of the times. So you're going to have to find the short grass more.
Mm-hmm.
Just one last one. You turned 30 yesterday. What did you do to celebrate? And this round today, is that the best birthday gift you've ever had?
It was nice, and it'd be nice to finish it off with a couple more rounds. And we had P.F. Chang's yesterday very early, and had a lot of food. It was really good. Early dinner. So probably another early dinner tonight.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thanks, Adam.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.